Ooh, it's the people's jumping in. What's up, everybody? Going IG Live today, of course. Going to talk to Sean from Daze. That's good stuff. Look forward to this. How are we doing today there, peeps? Got two interviews today. Actually got Sean from Daze here coming up. And then Theory of a Dead Man coming up at 3:30. So, how about that? It's a good day. 'Tis a good day. Anybody got questions they want me to throw out there? I'm impressed that you know how to use Instagram, Polly. That was kind of mean, wasn't it? I know you. I miss you too, buddy. I miss you too. It's not nearly as fun around here without you. Okay, maybe it is. Oh, 'tis been a day. Steel Ashley, how are you? Awesome. Very nice. Be chatting with Sean today from Daze. I look forward to this one. B. Malloy, 1981. Yeah, man. I mean, just trying to not go crazy. That's about it. Hello, XX Love. How are you? That's an interesting name you have there. These are actually been really cool. I'm glad that we're all doing these. I know they're just fun to chat. Fun to be, video face-to-face, but face-to-face. See there, yeah, that's what's playing in the background right now. I'm in the studio. Yeah, that's all you can't. I mean, that's all you can do is try not to go stir crazy, right? Just kind of do as much as you can. I know I've watched a ton of TV, movies, TV shows, series, binge-watched everything. So, at least we're getting to watch it, right? The internet's still around. It's a good thing. Game Time Barney, what's up, buddy? How are you? Here we go.
You got me?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me on today.
Absolutely, man. You are our third guest on Quarantine Sessions, brother.
Nice. I hope it's been going well so far.
It has been kind of cool just to be able to chat in sort of a different way than we're used to, right?
Yeah, I actually like doing these live IGs.
Yes. So Sean from Daze joined us today on Quarantine Sessions. So tell me, what have you been doing to try to keep yourself as busy as you can?
I've been running a lot. I do at least a 5K a day, riding my bike.
All right.
I've been writing a book. I have several companies, so I've been trying to make sure my staff and all of our employees are safe and sound and able to eat and pay their rent and all that good stuff.
Entrepreneur life, huh?
Yeah, I'm actually quite busy during these days. Even though my businesses are closed, I'm staying very busy.
That's good, man. Listen, that's all we can do right now, right?
Yeah, and I've been doing a lot of these interviews all over the world. It's kind of fun. You get to talk to
Yeah.
all these people. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome, man. So real quick, I guess, give me the rundown of like Gray Days and how things kind of formed and kind of now where we're at now with you guys.
Okay, I'll give you a 60-second history of the band here.
All right.
1992, I was 17 years old. We were auditioning singers, and a guy we were playing with named Chris Hewlett said he knew a kid that sounded just like Eddie Vedder in Pearl Jam, and that we should try him out. He comes in a couple days later. His name is Chester. He's 15 years old. He's about 90 pounds. He's wearing little glasses, tight curly hair. He he definitely did not look like a rock star at the time, and I have to make fun of myself telling that story because he sure sounded like one as soon as he picked up the microphone. And he sang Pearl Jam Alive, and our jaws hit the ground. He was amazing. We asked him if he could join the band. He said he needed to talk to his dad, so we drove to his house. We talked to his father, got his permission, and the rest is history. We kind of jumped right in, started rehearsing 2-3 times a week very quickly, and then started writing our own songs. We, excuse me, I just ran a 5K, so I'm a little
No,
out
you're
of
good,
breath.
brother. You're good.
But we recorded 3 different records, full-length albums as Gray Days. We released 2 of them in the 90s. 1998, we signed a demo production deal with Warner Brothers. We're supposed to go in the studio. The band had a lot of tensions at the time. Some of us had addiction problems. Some of us had ego problems. And we just had a tune-up show the week before we were supposed to record and just got in a big fight, told everyone to F off, and we kind of just couldn't repair that. And then, thankfully, our attorney, Scott Harrington, who was representing us at the time, he really thought Chester was an amazing talent, and he was. So he didn't want to see Chester just dissolve into the abyss, and he reached out. He had a band out there he was working with, I believe with a guy by the name of Jeff Blue, if my memory is right. And Jeff was working with a band called Zero. He had Chester do a demo out here in Arizona. Chester did the demo, and then the band liked it, and he drove out there, and then the rest is history as far as Linkin Park, superstardom, and all that. In 2016, well, let me back up a little bit. Chester and I reunited our friendship in 2002.
Okay.
We became business partners in 2003. Best of friends, worked out together, went on vacations together, hung out, lived in the same neighborhood, and played in a couple little side projects as well throughout the years. We always flirted with putting Gray Days back together. 2016 comes around, and it's about a year after he left Stone Temple Pilots. And we're on the phone and just talking about business, and we used to throw these big parties called Club Tattoo anniversary parties. And, we started talking about doing another one. We hadn't done one in a few years. And during that conversation, Chester said, I've been thinking about that. I want to put Gray Days back together for that party. And I said, okay. So we kind of went through the logistics of what that looked like. And we decided mid-2017, I think, our first couple conversations, we ended up pushing it to September for our reunion show and the Club Tattoo anniversary party. And once we announced that, I think it was maybe January or February of 2017, we started getting offers from all kinds of different promoters all over the world to start playing. And then Chester and I would talk about this, and he's like, we basically have 35 plus songs in our catalog that we can go back, re-record, and put out a proper album and just see what happens. And that's really how it all started.
Wow. Well, I mean, you just think of 35 songs just sitting ready to go, and just that's insane, man. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So now,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just saying now, I mean, fast forward to where we're at now, and now we're all getting to hear this music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, obviously, once Chester passed away, everything changed, and we just put the Gray Days thing on hold completely. And I don't know, about 6-7 months went by after he passed, and it just was eating at me every day to finish the music. So I went and I talked to the band members and told them I wanted to finish the record with them, and they said yes. And I flew out to LA and sat down with Talinda and had lunch with her and told her what I wanted to do, and she gave me her blessings and called Chester's mom, Chester's father, made sure that everybody in his family was on board.
Cool.
And once I got their blessing, and we started working on the record, and what we did was we went out to NRG in LA, and we stripped all of the original songs down to just Chester's vocal track.
Okay.
And listened to just his vocal track, worked on the arrangement, made his vocals sound perfect. Then we rebuilt every single song around his vocals. And that's how we got to where we're at today.
Wow. A lot of work going into that right there.
Yeah, I mean, it took us 2.5 years to get this thing completed. But we did it with every single song we approached was, would Chester like this? How would Chester want us to approach this? Is this something he would want to do? So we really tried to curate the music in a way that we felt he would have loved and been proud of. So it was we had to be very careful as we moved through this thing, and just we got some songs where we would work on them for 2 or 3 months. And we ended up throwing them away because we just felt like they weren't right.
So do you feel like you got a little bit of closure on a bunch of stuff with going through these songs and stuff like that?
Yes, I absolutely do. At first it was really tough.
Oh, I can bet the emotions must have been crazy.
Yeah, and you're just sitting there listening to your friend's vocal track by itself, by the way,
Yeah.
over and over and over.
Yeah.
So first couple months, there were a lot of tears shed in the studio, and then it kind of became fun. And we started really enjoying ourselves doing it. And we started telling stories and laughing, and he was with us in the studio. It was really weird. Like, we brought this, Mace brought this really cool little portrait of Chester, and we hung it on the recording console every time we were in there, just to remind ourselves why we were doing it, and make sure he was with us. And it was a very cathartic experience getting in there and finishing it.
Dude, that's great. I love it. And of course, the album's called The Men's. And when are we seeing that now? I think it got pushed back, right?
June 26th is the new release date.
Okay. Well, I look forward to that. That's awesome. You obviously were playing a couple of the tunes here, and I'm enjoying it. You know what I mean?
Thank you. It sounds like it's getting a great response so far, so we're very happy to hear that.
Absolutely, man. Talking to Sean from Great Days here on Quarantine Sessions over at K-Rock CNY. And so what is the plan from here going forward now?
Honestly, right now, we're just focused on releasing the record. That's the main thing. We keep getting asked, are you going to do live shows? And
It's kind of tough.
In my opinion, it's kind of impossible, because the whole reason we finished this record was for Chester.
Right.
We started this together. I picked it up because of him. I wanted to make sure Mace, myself, Kristen, we finished this record in honor of our friend. And then it took us 2.5 years. It was by Chester, for Chester, about Chester. And then we get to the finish line and we say, oh, here's our new singer. That doesn't feel right. So
yeah, no, I get it. Totally.
It's just not something we're interested in doing. The only thing we would do in a live format is maybe some type of a tribute show where maybe a guest singer would come in and sing a tribute to Chester or for Chester, something like that. But we're not going to be doing any tours or anything like that. It just doesn't work with what this was about.
No, you put it out there and everybody just enjoy it, soak it in for what it is, and then that's the thing we take.
That's exactly right. None of us are quitting our day jobs. We all didn't do this to try to sell millions of records. If 5 people like it, great. If 500 million people like it, great. It's not going to change who we are and what we're doing. Yeah,
I mean, it looks like as I'm watching the comments fly. I mean, Germany, we got some people in from all over the world, man. So obviously, you guys, are loved, and obviously, we all know Chester was as well.
Well, I mean, most of these people are fans of Chester, and we have no misgivings about that. We understand that this is a project about Chester, and we're fine with that. I'll carry that torch. He was one of my best friends in the world. We loved him dearly. So it's an honor for us to carry the torch for him like this.
Awesome, man. I know I look forward to hearing more of the album, and I know a ton of people out there do too,
Thank you. You want to take some questions from some of the people in the thread?
Yeah, man. If you guys got questions, go ahead and post them up. If you're listening right now, I know I just seen somebody from Canada in there. All right, I like it.
I see Sherwin. Hello. I see Ashley. Hello. She's like on every Instagram live. So hello. She's a great big fan. I love you guys. I see Peru. I saw What's in the on MTV. Such a surprise. Thank you. I didn't know it was on MTV. That's really cool to hear. Does anybody have any questions for us? Hi, Outcast Rocker.
Texas. All right. Okay. Are there any more unreleased songs?
Yeah, there is. There's I can't tell you how many, but we have a lot. We have enough to do at least one more record. At least one more.
That's cool. I mean, is that maybe a plan, or you're going to take this for what
No,
it is right now and then kind of see what happens?
So here's where we're at. Kristen, guitar player, Mace, bass player, myself on drums. We love the idea of doing another record if people like this record. If this record if people don't care for it, then there's kind of no purpose in going through it. But from the reaction, it seems like people are really loving it. You know, I think Sickness is now number 4 on the rock charts, which is way higher than I ever thought we would get.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just amazing the response, and you know, we have a couple of naysayers, but it's almost all positive. It's almost all love. People feel like they're getting a little bit of closure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's great. So I saw they just asked, why are we deleting the albums from YouTube? We're not deleting anything. Yeah, you guys have to understand, we get this question a lot. The publishing is owned by a different publishing company, Universal Music Group. They own all of Chester's publishing and the publishing of the songs. It's their right to pull stuff off when they feel it's when it's done not the right way, I guess. It's not us. We don't have any control on that. So
Yeah, and I think more people need to know that too. Is any band out there? Most of the time, it's not the band; it's usually whatever publisher.
Yeah, I don't have time to be chasing stuff down like that, and I wouldn't even know how to do that, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
From Brazil. I think adding Hold to the new album. That's a question from Ashley. We're adding Hold, and that's going to be on the next album. That did not make this one, and then. Can I tell you about Commit and Forever? Is there a chance to be released? I don't think so, to Linkin Park Live. I don't think we have those tracks in a format to where we could actually make them great. But, you know, it's I love those songs too. Thanks for knowing.
Love it. I love it. I think we saw one. What was the hardest song to create? I think I saw that in there as well.
That's a great question. I think Just Like Heroin was probably the hardest song to recreate because the original was a really, really slow version.
Mm-hmm.
And we worked with three great producers on this one. We worked with a girl named SJ, a guy named Lucas, and then Chris Trainer, the guitar player from Bush. We all wrote Just Like Heroin together and rewrote it, I should say. And that was a tough one to try to take on. I mean, that one is like by far, in my opinion, took the biggest left turn from the originals.
Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, and that's good. Sometimes, you know, songs are meant for just a little bit different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your stuff on Spotify or Amazon Music?
Yeah, there's 3 tracks on there right now. Sometimes What's in the Eye and Sickness. And then I believe there'll be another single here very soon. I see a question, what inspired the song Just Like Heroin? That's a great question. So I originally wrote the lyrics for Just Like Heroin and then worked with Chester as we wrote the song together. He and I wrote the lyrics on most of the songs back and forth, but I did the initial one. And the inspiration behind Just Like Heroin was we kept seeing our idols really dying from heroin overdoses. So don't mistake the message in that song. It's certainly not a pro-heroin song. It's a fuck, stop doing heroin, you know, quit dying on us. That's the message between that song. And then, of course, as soon as Chester got a hold of the lyrics, it took on this monstrous, incredible vocal line that he just, I think it's one of my favorite songs that we do. So
I think I saw, what did the LP guys say about the album?
I have no idea. You know, we reached out to them in the beginning. They gave us their blessing. They said, fine. I saw them. I saw Mike, Joe, and Dave in Hawaii. They came up, shook my hand. I talked to Joe for about an hour and a half. He was very supportive of the album. And then they haven't done anything publicly, which is honestly, in my opinion, it's kind of a shame.
Yeah.
It's not an either or thing, in my opinion. I would assume that those guys would be supportive no matter what music was coming out with Chester on it. So I don't understand why they wouldn't say anything, but it's also not their job to. So, you know, and I'm not going out asking people for support on this. They either like what we're doing or they don't.
There it is, man. There it is. See, but you know what? I wish more people would have that thought process in a lot of things. Like, even for me being in radio, like, you might not like what I say. Okay, cool, man, but I'm me, you know?
Yeah. Look, I'm very proud of what Chester did in every band he ever worked on, whether it was, you know, Linkin Park, Dead by Sunrise, Stone Temple Pilots, Grey Days, whatever you want to say. He did amazing music with a lot of people, and I can love all of that. I don't have to.
Yeah,
It's not mutually
absolutely.
exclusive scenario. So, what does Mike Shinoda think about the project? Does it concern me? I don't know what Mike thinks about the project, and no, it does not concern me.
There you go. I like it, man. See, I like that kind of thought process, though. You know, you're doing your thing, and that's all that matters to you. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't understand why it would matter to me.
Right.
I don't get even the question is odd to me. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, maybe yeah. That's their opinion. They're feel free to do whatever they want. So release Down Syndrome. That one's coming out here real soon, I'm sure. So that's a song that was a fan favorite for quite a while. What else we got in there? What else do you want to ask me?
Let's see here. That looks. I mean, I think we hit everything that's in there, bro.
Did we?
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yeah, man. But dude, I appreciate the time today, man. It's always good to chat with someone new that I haven't chatted with before, and especially in this setting is just awesome. I love this.
Thank you. Well, it was a pleasure. I'm glad you like the music, and it's great to see all these people in here. So thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. We'll talk soon. All right.
Have a great day, brother. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.